What's going on, guys? It is MurderInc here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I'm going to be going over the Fire Knight tournament because I got a lot of questions about this while I've been streaming. So, as we can see here, I did get rank 1 in the previous tournament. However, this game isn't really known for people doing a lot of infographics, so I thought it would be cool to share with you guys the information I compiled from this tournament. Now, I did start farming about a day before this tournament went live and went probably a day after. I haven't farmed gear in about 6 months and I felt like it was time to actually farm. There happened to be a tournament coming up, so I said, why not do Fire Knight? I didn't focus too much on the team I was building, but I did pretty much farm almost non-stop in the day before, the duration of the tournament, and that day after. So I wanted to share with you guys the information I compiled because a lot of people said it would be interesting to know that information, and like I said, not a lot of people keep infographics on their long-term farming duration, so I want to share that with you guys today. Here is the information on that Fire Knight tournament. As we can see, MurderInc Fire Knight tournament 12/1 through 12/6 being December 1st through December 6th, Fire Knight farm. Now, obviously, the Void Shard and the Legendary Book had nothing to do with why I was farming this hard. Like I said, I needed some gear and it's been literally a half a year since I farmed seriously, so I figured why not go through this and show you guys what the statistics actually were. So, ready for this? Most of the big numbers are rounded and we'll get to that in a moment. As you can see here, total silver gained throughout the days I was farming, 262 million silver. It's a lot of silver, especially for such a short period of time of gaining. Now, as far as the total energy that I spend, another number that is slightly rounded, 102,680. Now, the gem equivalent of that energy is 30,150 gems. And before I go on, I do want to shout out my friend Boomer, who looked over this, went over on stream. It was a really cool stream, and he did find some errors and discrepancies in my work. He was kind of like my tax guy, my accountant guy. He helped me sort these numbers properly, so huge shout out to Boomer. Thanks for looking at this. Appreciate the work you did on this. And now let's continue with the gear. So total gear acquired from all of this was 6,050 pieces. And here's the kicker, the total gear that I kept, that I felt was worthy of my account, was 78 pieces before anything was rolled, and this is 6-star epic or 6-star legendary only. Now, if you've never farmed before, these are actually rather high odds of the amount of gear that I kept, and the odds actually get even higher because I did roll the gear and I have the number of how many pieces of gear I actually kept. Now, game success rate, it was not 100%. 94% on average, and I believe I tested this over the first 1,000 runs or so to get a true indicator of what the success rate actually was. So out of that 94%, the fail run energy wasted was 5,880. So I wasn't being as efficient as I possibly could. However, like I said, I didn't spend a ton of time in making my team. I kind of used champions that were used in other places. There were 2 champions, and I'll go over the team comp in a second, that I do have in specific gear, so we'll get to that momentarily. The fail run gem equivalent equaled out to 1,800 gems total wasted. The total gear I kept after rolling was 36 pieces. Now, these 36 pieces were exceptional gear. Lots of them were triple rolls, either with speed, with the perfect base stat on it. A lot of them were crit rate. I had quite a few crit damage triple rolls, and I believe, unfortunately, only one piece was a quad roll, and that quad roll was actually accuracy. And I do say unfortunately, but it was a speed pair of immunity boots with a quad roll of accuracy, so overall that's a pretty good piece of gear. So now that we've gone over the total gear kept, let's go over the team comp that I was using. Now, I'll go over this in a second. So I used Hegemond, Lissandra as the leader, 2 Cold Hearts in Relentless gear, and finally Dracomorph. The fast to slow clear time was 51 seconds to 1 minute and 28 seconds. I don't have an average for that because that was way too much information to go over to get it out for this video, but there's the information there. As always, not a crazy fast team. You guys seen me, I've made a video on a 38-second or 36-second team before. I'm not going to use that team because it's not efficient for a couple of reasons, but That's the team I picked. It had a rather high win rate. Obviously 100% would have been better. I would have saved almost 6,000 energy and 1,800 gems, but that's beside the point. Now if I went to run that now, I don't believe it's going to work. I'm willing to try it, and I mean, what's 16 energy anyways, but... So this is the team. Based on the total power, I'm pretty sure that these champions don't have the proper gear. We will know right away once I start this run. If Lissandra doesn't... Okay, she did go first. Okay, Coldheart doesn't have gear on. So the key to this run was Dracomorph is from the Bat Eater team, Hegemon is from the Arena, Lissandra's from the Arena, so I didn't have to change any of their gear or speed tune them, and yes, this is definitely not going to work, but I can still go over the champions. And both of the Coldhearts were in Relentless gear. So with all of that being said, this did go pretty smooth in the scheme of things as far as what I needed them to do. Unlike the normal Coldheart build, I actually built all of the Coldhearts with high crit damage and 100% critical strike for the wave clear here on her A2, which proved to help a lot. And as you can probably imagine, once you get to the boss, the fact that Hegemon gets to go twice, or the shield goes up before any turn meter manipulation, because of his passive, definitely helped a lot as well. So I don't think this is going to be successful. I could be wrong, let's see. And also I haven't seen a Relentless proc on the Dracomorph, so this could be the wrong one, but we'll... Yeah, okay, so this is gonna fail. The speeds were different. I'm pretty sure I took the gear off of Lissandra. She doesn't seem to be as fast as she normally would be. And you can say, what if this is one of that 6% chance to fail? Unfortunately, based on the fact that the Coldhearts weren't critting, I can tell you for a fact that one or both of them are not properly geared. So that's the team I ran, and as you can see, going back to this is the infographic, and even the game's letting me know that Hegemon is one champion that isn't fully geared as well. So hopefully you found this interesting. I had a lot of fun compiling this. I'm probably going to do this again, so if you guys want to know some of the information on what I do next, I'm probably going to farm the next Dragon tournament. We have an Ice Golem tournament going right now, and I don't have any plans or intention of farming that. But if you guys want to see information like this on the Dragon tournament, I don't know if I'm going to get #1 global. I'm probably going to be farming for a while, and I don't quite remember the breakdown. Boomer actually did a monetary breakdown of how much I spent here, and I think it was about $500 on energy total. Now, if you're a player and you're looking at this, keep in mind that the gear I kept probably wouldn't be the same as the gear you would keep. 6-star rare gear can be very good if it double rolls into the proper stat. Also, 5-star legendary gear and even 5-star epic gear can be good depending on which piece it is. If you're looking for a damage dealer and you're looking for a shield or helmet, the extra HP and flat defense on the helmet isn't going to make or break if you can get a quad roll. Even on a weapon, I have, I think, 2 or 3 quad roll crit rate, crit damage savage weapons, and the fact that it rolled 4 times into crit rate outweighs the amount of attack that I could have gotten on a 6-star weapon, simply because it takes a lot of stress off of the rest of my gear. So that's something to consider with this, how I was very picky with my gear. If I wasn't as picky, maybe I would have 200 pieces, so you have to consider what the money spent is worth to you as far as farming goes. Definitely, as mentioned, leave your thoughts in the comments. This isn't, I know there are going to be people, there are always people in the comments who are saying, way to make a video like this, nice flex, weird flex. This isn't a flex. I was asked by hundreds of people to document this, so I said, I'm actually farming soon. Why not document it? Put an infographic out there so people can actually see what mass farming can yield to you. You know, obviously there's a percentage chance of all of this happening. So there is that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Give me your feedback below. I'm curious, what was the most outrageous part of this infographic that you see here? Was it the team that I used to Hegemon that surprised a lot of people? Was it the fail run, the total silver gain, the amount of pieces I kept, the amount of pieces I kept after rolling? Give me your feedback. I want to know what you guys think about this whole document here. And as always, if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you're notified the next time I upload a video. And I will see you all in my next upload.